Hey guys, welcome back for some more mechabellum. We've got some more MAG1 games here for you, some replays from Saturday. So if you missed it, I had my debut game. This is my very first MAG1 tournament. The first time I qualified for. I'm super thrilled to be here, just excited to play. And we ended up winning our first game, and now I'm going to show you game number 2, and hopefully we'll be able to get game number 3 as well today, on the speed of these replays. I'm going to try to keep the playback speed a little bit higher this time, and we're going to talk more about the game and less about the, the excitement behind me finally actually qualifying. So let's jump into this. We are up against Steelsane, a very strong player, and I noticed that they are missile spec as well, and we are speed spec. We do pick the Hound Mustang pack, which is starting to become one of my favorite packs, actually. We got a lot of HP to work with this pack. We get our chaff clear, we get AA, and we're just lacking on the chaff a little bit, but we can always get that back. That's no problem. We sell out of our Hound first. I actually also feel really good Mustangs into Sabres. So a lot of players, like the Sabre Hound pack is very strong right now, and if it's not offered to me, it will almost always be picked by my opponent if it's there. And the Mustang pack just completely thrashes that. Like, it totally turns off the saber teeth. And so then I have no problem. I'm not afraid of the saber tooth. Like, it's no big deal. All right. So round 1, we take that no problem, and Steelsane under 4K now. So we got a bit of a lead here. And now, like I was saying, my opponent is missile spec. We do end up picking up the advanced shield devices, something that's kind of great on round 2. I was going to pick up a shield anyway for the missile, so this kind of works out. I'm going to put it here. We can defend the most stuff. We can defend the Mustang as well. And having this up here with the advanced 40% extra means that the Sabertooth is probably not going to be able to break through it. So that's an easy pickup. And then I also get, a little bit of protection on my right side. We level this tower as well, and we just build out more hounds. I'm planning on, we do get +1 as well, but Steelsane intelligently goes for +1 defense, so we still don't get that one shot on the crawlers. So well played by my opponent there. We do get the tower, and yeah, we're gonna end up taking this. So I couldn't get 3 deploys this round. I had to spend on that bubble. And unfortunately, the bubble does go down, but we do get the round, so not the worst. Vision Tech is offered, and in this case, I'm going to go for that. I think that's the eco play. Right, we have more HP to work with, and we're going to try to win this game through attrition. We do get a level in the Mustang, but one thing I will note is, yes, Mustang levels are awesome. They're fantastic, but I don't want to level this before I can afford range on it, because it'll give more experience to my opponent's hounds. And right now we're in a hound mirror, and I want to make sure that I can win the hound war. Round 3, I want to be able to get range here, but I can't afford it. I'm struggling here a bit to have enough money to do the things that I want. And that's kind of what happens when I'm forced to take this shield against the missile strike. This turn, I got 100 left. I'm like, do I do it again? I don't know. What do I? I also debated putting crawler here, slow things down. I ended up just taking my own defense, which should also slow down the hound levels as well, because they're not going to be able to one-shot my crawlers. So that's, again, I'm thinking, okay, this is the eco play. We're gonna play eco. Opponent does pick up secondary armament first and another sledgehammer. So we got 3 sledges. We don't have range or anything on hounds. This does get leveled to 2. And you have 3 sabers. It's a little bit scary with the secondary armament. It does do well against hounds, right? Every 4 seconds it deals 2,000 damage to some nearby unit. Hounds is less than 200, so it just one-shots hounds. It makes the sabers actually perform against hounds. You see that? Basically, they're just getting popped pretty quickly now. So cool tech, but I don't know. I don't think it's the best scaling tech. I mean, if you can get levels on these guys, like I'm sure that could be good. This one just barely doesn't get a level. I think I got a little bit lucky here. And yeah, we get a unit drop turn. I'm thinking about this. I'm like, well, Melter was good last game. It can be good into Saber Teeth maybe, but I don't know. I don't think I want to go into that. Sabers can destroy Melters too. Then there's a couple air, like there's a Phantom Ray option for air, and then there's Vulcan. I was thinking it's possible you might be going Vulcan to pair with the Sabers. He wasn't teching the Hounds, and he only has 3 of them. So I was like, oh, it might be Marksman. It might be, I mean, it might be Melter, or sorry, Vulcan. Like it could have been anything actually, to be honest. I was thinking maybe Phantom Ray as well. So I went for the Marksman. It's going to help pick off the Sabers as well as the potential air if that's chosen. Steelsane does go for the Marksman as well to prevent any possible air. And now I can level this. Ooh, level 2. Actually, looks like I don't get that range. But with the extra units here, actually, it's going to be okay for us. We're going to overwhelm. With this extra damage, going to help clear that. And now, yeah, we got a bit too much stuff here. Did I get any upgrades? No. We just got the extra unit. And we're going to be able to clear that up. So really great. It's kind of tricky on these turns where you throw down the level 3 Marksman because you really don't want to lose that turn because they give so much experience away when they die. And I don't want those Sabers to level. The Sabers will kill the Marksman as well if they can get in close. But now we just have a lot of stuff and we're going to do substantial damage here. Steelsane. Another, yes, Efficient Giant is offered. Like there's some decent cards here. We end up skipping. I was thinking, I don't think I want to go into Giants. I just want to kill them. We already have levels on the Mustangs. Like I want to get my tech. Like we have efficient tech. So I want to tech my Hounds. I want to tech my Mustangs. I just want to build out the rest of my board. I'm not thinking about Giants right now. I think we got tempo. We got momentum. We're going to try to do this without the Giants. We are speed spec as well. So, I mean, you know, trying to push for that as well. And opponent goes for the Wraith now, which is a bit crazy, to be honest. I think, yeah, they're like still saying things like maybe there's not enough chaff clear for what I've got. And Wraith is good against that, but we do have Marksman already. I have them like nicely tucked in here with my other units. We're safe. We are able to get range on all this stuff now. And yeah, we're just chunking away those Wraiths. So we do lose a lot of our Hounds. Are we able to survive here? Looks like a bit too many crawlers are getting through. But the bubble's working out for us. So bubble works. That's great. And you know what? This one's going to stay alive too because we got that extra 40% advanced shield. So another round win. And here we go. We got EMP, we got Jav, Redeploy, and Rhino Assault. A lot of good options here. I'm thinking about the Jav, but like it's kind of obvious. Like this is a great spot to Jav. And I'm thinking he doesn't have techs on these yet or whatever. He's probably going to move them. And so we actually go for the EMP. And I thought this is a great move because the Wraiths are flying right now. And I do see there's land cruisers. So like if this does come back later, it's going to be great. Redeploy was taken and moved. So I'm glad that I didn't take Jav. And the other thing is like the Wraith also, we can turn off range if that's chosen. As well as the Saber Teeth if there's no bubble. So we'll go for that. We're also going to go for a cheeky little play here with the Stormcallers. I noticed that there was an opening here, but that Wraith does get put down in front, so not going to work out. And good missile here. I should have protected that. That's going to bite me in a future game, actually. Sacco. But okay, here we go. So now we're chunking away these Wraiths. Our Marksmen are quite high level here, and we've got, you know, level 3 on our Hounds. Our Hounds are doing well. We're a little bit afraid of these Wraiths, but with the tower, that's no problem. Mustangs are very strong. So now, Land Wraith, what can we do? Like I was saying in my last video, I feel like Melter is the best play into Wraith at this point. We don't have Melter offered here, but we do have Raiden. Raiden does a fair bit of damage too, so maybe we can get this working. We get Raiden. You know, it'll be good against the Hounds. It'll be able to chunk some of these other units maybe, and like we're winning the Chaff war right now, but you know what? With these Wraiths, we're actually not going to be able to. So we are losing eventually to scaling to Chaff Clear. Our Chaff Clear is not quite as good. We're going into Raiden. We're hoping that we can just win this side. Because we're winning it anyway. We do end up putting one over here. We are a bit weak to the right, and thankfully I moved that over here. That's going to help because a little bit of aggro is coming in here. This Wraith Saber combo, beacon. A little bit of oil trying to slow me down. We do have level 3 on these Mustangs now. Good crawler here is going to deflect this Raiden for a bit, but eventually we do come around. We are able to clear that, and now left side, how's this looking? We get kills on those Sabers. There's a few too many crawlers there. Chaff Clear is not quite good enough, but now these land cruisers, they don't shoot up anymore. They don't shoot up, so we're totally fine just blasting them from the sky and dealing a lot of damage. They're still staying up against the ropes. Wasp Swarm, Quick, Teleport, Elite, Phoenix, and Improved Wasp. And in this case, let's slow this one down a little bit here. So I wasn't going to pick any of these, but looking at Wasp Swarm, we actually have an opening. If you notice, this is a level 1 tower. The land cruisers don't shoot up anymore. And there's some fangs here, but they're being distracted by these crawlers, so they're going to move this way, and we're going to be able to put it in here, and hopefully we'll be able to come back. Like if we put it here, it might get deflected, but here we can maybe follow the crawlers a bit and then get onto that tower. So there's a little bit of an opening, and we're going for it. Steelsane picks these Phoenix, immediately takes range. It's going to use these to try and clear my Raiden. Kind of crazy. I mean, like, I don't really think Phoenix into Raiden is a good play. We've also got these high-level Mustangs. We've got our 4 Mustangs down now, so we're done on our Mustangs. We're done on our Hounds. We just need more Chaff. We got levels on these Raidens. We got range on Raidens. Like, everything's looking good. We got +3 attack, or sorry, +2 attack. We're gonna get some missiles. We want to slow down this push if it's going to be another push. And we end up borrowing, and we're trying to win this turn. So we end up doing a lot of missiles and bubbles and everything. And we say, we even put one in the middle just in case there's like a middle thing happening. So a ton of missiles, and we come in, round starts. We clear a bunch of chaff with that, and now our wasps here, they're getting in, and actually now they're focusing on the tower, and we get that tower killed. And so now we're just going to be able to walk right over the rest of this army, no problem whatsoever, I think. So we found an opening. You know, we were trying plays with like storm callers here and doing whatever we can, trying to do these little cheeky aggro moves. We end up finding an opportunity, an opening, and securing our second game of MAG1. So that felt so good. Steelsane is a really tough opponent. I've actually had a lot of difficulty beating him in the past. Usually he plays a standard game, a defensive game, and I'm never able to push through. But in this case, Steelsane chose the aggro pack, the Saber and Hound, and I think maybe it threw off his footing or something. And we were able to get tempo, we were able to keep our tempo. We got the right units here, we got the right levels, we were out leveling, and we weren't afraid of the secondary armament. We just, you know, made more crawlers, and then eventually we were able to secure the game here. So very excited. At this point, I'm 2-0 out of 5 games. So 3 more to come. I'm super stoked to be playing in this. And yeah, let's actually just jump right into the next game. All right, here we are in game 3. We are up against Sacco. And a bit of a spoiler alert here, but Sacco is a phenomenal player. I mean, all these guys are phenomenal players, but Sacco this day ends up going 5-0. or the day, which is incredibly, incredibly difficult to do. So yeah, this game is going to be a loss, but we're going to go over it anyway and see what we could have done differently, what we can learn from this game, so that we can do better next time. This game we do get speed spec and we get the Hound Saber start, so we're going to go for that. Good start here. Sacco quick sup. I know Sacco takes a fair bit of time to think about what to do in the first round here. But we're all set up here on the left side. We like to keep, you know, some space in front. I don't like being hyper aggro anymore. I think it's a bit difficult. So we like this sort of middle of the line approach. And maybe our sabers will be okay, but maybe we'll end up selling out of them. I'm not, you know, entirely convinced that the sabers are really the best, especially like when you have a pack of sledges here. And Sacco actually doesn't even go for chaff clear, right? We didn't start with chaff, but just goes for chaff himself. Keeps the 200 bucks extra for the quick supply. Gonna be able to use it for something cheeky next round. So it looks like this round, yeah, we get the tower, and we're probably going to be able to win this round, no problem. But that was expected, being that Sacco, you know, just made 2 packs of chaff and saved 200 bucks, so. But that's all right, we'll take what we can get. We have, you know, over 1,000 HP extra now. Some options here. Photon coating is all right. Storm collars could be good too. You know, and even, I mean, improved Void Eye is a good card, but I don't really like playing Void Eyes. We end up skipping. Sacco will end up going for the photon coating. Sell out of our other building here. And yeah, Sacco right away going double Phoenix. Very strong turn 2 play. You can do his quick sup. Even taking the item. And so I was thinking, yeah, air is a possibility. Like there might be a Phoenix. Being that there was a save. I wasn't expecting 2. But we do build this Mustang to help with the air. Because I thought that could be a possibility. And then I think, okay, well, let's just build out the rest of our board. We put the Hound on the right. We're protecting our right side. We don't have enough for the fortify here. We are able to slow down this Phoenix just a little bit, but there's a lot more chaff now here too. The Phoenix almost decided to come this way, but decided to turn back and shoot my tower, which is a bit unfortunate. But I mean, that if I pulled that, like that would be kind of insane, to be honest. It almost worked, but I think the hounds that I had here, they ended up dying. So then these guys turned around, and yeah, we're gonna end up winning or losing the second round here, but that's all right. Now we know what the play was. It's Phoenix, and also important to know jump drive is on the bar. Always tricky. Sacco, a very tricky opponent to play against. And we got some units offered here. It's hard to say what we want here. Nothing really stands out to me, to be honest. So we end up going for the Fire Badger. We're going to go for the sort of flank here. We're going to try to pull some of these crawlers because we were kind of getting overwhelmed a little bit with the crawlers piling in. So we're going to do this here. We're going to do our side, or sorry, our deep flank. Trying to pull what we can. Meanwhile, on the right side, we're going to get a Mustang here. We want to try to thwart this Phoenix in case it stays. But this is a really good play here. Just adding the Fire Badger with this Phoenix, so Sacco can keep these units fairly safely. We do level up this tower because playing at Sacco, I mean, you got to protect your towers. This guy just plays to kill towers and then eventually get levels from killing towers and then out-level you, out-scale you that way and win the game through aggression. So it looks like, yeah, without range or anything, we're not going to be able to clear these Fire Badgers. But the left side, You know, it's pretty good. And, you know, seeing these arc lights chosen as a chaff clear, I thought was a bit curious. I actually felt good about that. I don't think arc lights are super good, especially if I've got these saber teeth. And all it means now is Hound. I want to get chamber compression and range. And then I'll be able to deal with the arc lights. The chamber compression is really important, I think, in that match. So we do get a win here, and I'm actually feeling good. I think I'm in a great position. He's under 3k now. We get the haste mod. So we can get our level on our Mustang, throw the haste mod on. Hopefully we can afford range as well. We got 600. I mean, we want range in our Hounds too. There's a lot of things that we want. We might have to sell a saber or something. Or no, okay, we end up selling this guy over here, the Badger. Good move too, because Jump Drive Phoenix came back, got a level, came back. I have no problem dealing with that, so we don't want to give any more experience away. I was expecting a response there, so yep, that's gone. There's an oil coming down. What do we get? We get +1 attack. What are the upgrades here? We got +1 defense. And then I was putting this here to try to pull, because there was that Badger and Phoenix here, but he ends up selling out, so this ends up not doing the best. It does some, like pulling these arc lights, but it would be better to pull them back. In any case, does a saber get a level? No, it doesn't. And it looks like, oh, we do manage to get that guy. It's level 2 tower. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to win this round, I don't think. Well, actually, we got level 2 now. So this haste, it's going to be level 3. Another level 2 tower, and actually these guys get stuck on my level 2 tower. Yeah, I remember, yeah. So we do end up taking this round. Pretty fortunate. Could have been a bit of damage to us, but we survive. We thrive, and super supply comes up. So this is round 5. We have a big lead in the health, so we end up going for super supply. But Sacco, the tricky player, goes for the missile strike, and I should have suspected this. I think this is really dangerous against a player like Sacco. Also already has jump drive. And being that there's a missile strike offered, this is a very, very cute play you can do. Pop the Mustang. The Phoenix will survive. It's even got haste mod on them. It'll come in here and pop the tower. I do beacon the Mustang this way. I want to avoid the oil in case that gets lit. We end up getting our chamber compression. So all in all, not that bad. I wish I had some money to bubble here. Potentially here. I mean, it could have been either side, I suppose, right? But it's tough. It's tough. Like, I don't have enough money to do everything that I want to do. I would have had to not have an upgrade here. Or potentially not taking chamber compression. Or did I buy this? I might have bought this beacon this turn. I could have maybe bubbled, and not bought the beacon and not got the upgrade. Because this, we do manage to get the one Phoenix, but unfortunately the other survives. And with that haste mod, level 2, it will eventually kill that tower. Mustangs here are okay. But yeah, it's just chunking away there. And we actually have this, we're completely surrounded now. Like, that's pretty scary. Whole board has been gone wide now. Sacco's wide with the arc lights, and we're surrounded. We're gonna lose that round. I mean, getting the tower obviously helps a lot. I think we might not have even won that, even if we protected our tower there. But Orbital and Incendiary offered, as well as these other cards here. And here's another turn. I think I had a slight mistake here. I don't think I should have taken orbital. I know I didn't want fire, but I also didn't want to get fired because now the scores are kind of equalized and not have a response with the spell. So I also felt like if I did it here, that would be the obvious move. So I'm going to do it over here. With this jump drive, I was expecting potentially, I think these Phoenix are going to move. So I did guess correctly that he's moving out of the way. But, I mean, this could have been positioned a little bit more like this. Because I have this crawler here, things are going to move over to the right. So I should have done it more this way, and that actually would have ended up catching these Phoenix a little bit better. But, I mean, like, you can't really be too critical of that. We do bubble. We get all, I don't know, 4 bubbles is kind of expensive, but like, hell, I was expecting, probably didn't need this extra bubble here. I could have saved that one, but we do have our upgrades going well. Sacco's already 2-2, by the way. Like, just focuses on chaff and upgrades. And then this was potentially also maybe the wrong move. I should have done the same thing like I normally do with the Mustang. Just move it over on the left here, like you saw in game 1 for my other video. It's a good way to protect against this fire, but fire comes down and it's going to completely obliterate my stuff. These missiles go off and they end up, yeah, almost completely whiffing. So even if I did it on this side, it would have been better. So a bit unfortunate there. Most likely should have just saved. There wasn't really great opportunities for either of those spells. And I had the super supply. So I am supposed to outscale. I mean, that's why I took the tech too, or sorry, not the tech, the spell. I was like, well, I should be able to afford this. But I think I should have just saved it and done something else with that money there. So now we've made a couple mistakes now, and that's, you can't make mistakes against Sacco. And here is round 7. Unit drop. Steel Ball, Rhino, Farseer, and Scorpion. And this is going to be the nail on the coffin for me here. You can see the Rhino was chosen, and I kind of went against my game plan here. This was a bit unfortunate. I thought I need more tankiness. I don't have tanky board, but you know what? I'm also missing DPS, and I should have taken a different unit. I went for the Rhino. Armor combat involvement right away at level 2. I thought this would be good. It would get in front of the stuff. I'd be able to keep all my dudes alive. I have some extra money. We're going to get the subterranean crawlers. That'll help keep things alive. We do have like a bit of DPS with chamber compression and the lovely Mustang. So that's why I was like, yeah, okay, Rhino. But it was on the same turn that the Steel Ball was offered. Sacco immediate Steel Ball armor, which is really cool. It's going to turn off all my Mustangs. I bought another Mustang this turn for some reason. I think I was like a bit flustered here, and I'm like, what can happen? What can happen? I don't know. It's really hard to play against Sacco. Like, I don't know what the hell he's going to do. So we do this, and here we go. Round starts. Get a missile. We kill some stuff. These Rhinos are going to get a lot of HP, so this could have been a great move. Maybe had there not been Steel Balls. But right side, he's going in here. There's no Steel Balls there. They're moving to the left, but left side, yeah, they're going to get a lock on this Rhino. And I mean, they're level 2 as well, so they do pretty well. This Rhino is kind of getting in, but he's getting distracted just punching each individual fang. And just not going for that tower. Maybe I could have mobile beaconed him closer, but when they're all the way at the back, the beacon doesn't go all the way to the tower. And now, you know, there's just too much stuff here. And I just got out-tempoed. I couldn't keep up. I could not keep up. So we end up just losing this game, unfortunately. I think I had some good opportunities. I think my early game was good. And then I just started to make a few too many mistakes, and then the final mistake in the coffin, you know, double teching this level 2 Rhino. Didn't quite work out. But if I could do this again, I would try something else. I would take the Scorp. Reason being, Scorpion and Scorpion and Mustang. It's quite a good comp. We can sell out of this guy. And we do have, you know, sledges here and arc lights, so we're going to be able to be okay against that. We can get range, we can get this. We can even get just some more scorpions, because why not? And we got 500 bucks still. What can we do with that? We got whatever, we can bubble, and we got a lot to work with. We could even double shot. Do we want double shot? What's the damage on this? 14. We don't really need double shot. We can just take this, and I mean, we probably didn't even need a rapid resupply because we're not able to spend all of our money here, but let's see. This is probably a much stronger play. So we get a bit of a comp going here with Scorp Mustang, and then we have a bit of shaft play with the Hound as well. And we're able to deal with those steel balls. I mean, we obviously didn't know that they were coming, but we did need some more DPS regardless. And now it's looking a lot better here. Tremendously better. And it could have been that easy. Unfortunately, I didn't see that move. I got greedy with the Rhino. I was worried about the Rhino myself. I thought, you know, Sacco is a very Rhino-y player. So I thought Rhino versus Rhino would be fine. I wasn't expecting these steel balls, obviously. But yeah, this was a play. I wish I thought of that at the moment, because this is a much better board. This looks like a very scary board. We got all the pieces that we need. And then we'll have, you know, super supply against no super supply. There's 1250 damage. If we go back to the replay, Sacco probably had at 25. So I'd be evening up the scoreboard a bit there. And I'd have a much easier time in the likely following final round. So you live and you learn. Next time I will be prepared. I'll be ready. And yeah, make sure I protect my stuff better, you know, Mustangs and whatnot. Watch out for those spells. Save my money a bit better. But overall, I think I played fairly well. And I mean, Sacco did end up going 5-0 today, so I think I had a shot. I just I couldn't close out the game. So I'm still happy with how I played, right? Currently now, we are 2 wins, 1 loss, and we'll have 2 more games to come. That will be in the next video. So you guys have to subscribe in order to get notified when that comes out. So we're almost at 1,000 subs. It would be awesome to get your subscription. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Come hang out in the Discord too. Come say hi. Leave a comment, like, all that stuff. Thanks for tuning in and paying attention to my journey here through MAG1. It's been very exciting, and we got tons more content coming. We'll even have, you know, next week another week of MAG1, and then hopefully, if we can do well, if we get in the top 20, then we'll be able to qualify for either the upper or the lower subsequent next part of the tournament. So of the 32 players that are qualified, only 20 will move on after week 2. It'd be very cool to be able to qualify for that, but it's going to be very difficult. So stay tuned for that, and hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.